hine matov, hine matov, umanayim, shevet achim, gam yachad. Hine matov, umanayim, shevet kulanu, gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is, how good it is for us to be together. How good it is, how sweet it is, how good it is for us to be together. Hine matov, umanayim, shevet achim, gam yachad. Hine matov, umanayim, shevet kulanu, gam yachad.
The sun goes down on Friday evening. We get ready to welcome in Shabbat, to welcome in the day of rest, to step back from the week and to focus on prayer and study and each other and rest. And this Shabbat, we get to celebrate the bat mitzvah of Snow Hollowell, who's going to lead us tonight and who's going to be called to the Torah tomorrow as a bat mitzvah. So we begin Shabbat with the bracha over the Shabbat candles. The flame separates between Chol, the week, and Shabbat Kodesh, the holiness of Shabbat. So Snow, I'm going to invite you and your family, your parents and your sisters to come on up onto the bima and help us with the Shabbat candle blessing.
Baruch
Please rise.
atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. May be seated. Snow is going to lead us in Kabbalat Shabbat, the introductory psalms and songs. We turn to the Sidurim, to the prayer books, to page 11. Let us go and sing to God. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, we greet God as we raise our voice in song. Page 11, Lechuner Anana.
Naria, Naria, Lizardi, Shenu Nekama, Fana Betoda. Naria, Naria, Lizardi, Shenu, Bismira, Naria, Lahuniranina, 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 Ladonai, Lahuniranina, Lahuniranina, Lahuniranina.
The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice, the sea and its fullness roar, the meadows and all that grow in them exult, even the trees of the forest sing praise. Let's turn to page 14 in the middle of the page, Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismehu Hashamayim, Yismehu Hashamayim, Yismehu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yismehu Hashamayim, Yismehu Hashamayim, בשמיים ותגל הארץ.
Turn to page 20, the bottom of the page at the red arrow, Romamu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtahavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtahavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtahavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtahavu lehar kodsho.
Turn to page 23 as we welcome the Shabbat Kala, the Shabbat bride, with the words of Lecha Dodi.
Laha dodi likra kala Pene Shabbat nekabela. Laha dodi likra kala Pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zahur b'dibor ehad Hishmianu el huminiyad Adonai ehad U'shemo ehad L'shem l'tifera Lahadodi likra kala Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lahadodi likra kala Pene Shabbat nekabela. Likra Shabbat lehu v'necha Ki mimhor habhora Mirosh mikedem nesukat Sof ma'aseh b'ahavati lahadodi likra kala Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lahadodi likra kala Pene Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala Gam b'suha v'tonha Tok emunu am segula. Boi kala Lahadodi likra kala Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lahadodi likra kala Pene Shabbat nekabela.
May be seated. Yashar Kochech to Snow for leading us, for getting us started with Kabbalat Shabbat. Let's turn to page 27. It's good to thank you, our God, to sing to your name most high, to proclaim your love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. At the top of the page, Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat.
Yai la lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai. La 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 la, yai lai lai lai. La 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 la, yai lai lai. Ya la la ya la 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 la. Yai lai lai lai, ya la lai lai lai. Mizmor shir leyom haShabbat. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Tov lehodot l'Adonai. U'zamer l'shimcha elyon. U'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha ba'leilot alei asor va'alei nahavel alei La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la צדיק התמר יפרח כארז בלבנון יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו עודים ומסביב דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא הפלתה בו.
Page 29.
Adonai malachi ulavesh, lavesh Adonai osi tazar aftikon tevel bal timot. Mikolot mayim rabim adirim mishpereyam. Adir bamarom Adonai, erotecha nemnu miolvetcha navakodesh. Adonai leorech yamin.
I invite everyone to please rise. Take a moment, say Shabbat Shalom to the people around you. Say hello, introduce yourself if you don't know them yet. Shabbat Shalom. And we come back together. It's nice to see so many of the Kita Zayin class here, supporting Snow and joining us for Kabbalat Shabbat. Let's hear it for the Kita Zayin, the B'nai Mitzvah class. So many of you are joining us. Some of you celebrated B'nai Mitzvah already. Some of you are upcoming. So each and every Shabbat, we share words of bracha, words of blessing at home with our families. Here with the members of our community, we join together in the words of Birkat Kohanim, the ancient priestly blessing.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Join together. Kein yehi ratzon.
May God bless you and protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha.
May God turn God's face to you and may God be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasim lecha shalom. En yehi ratzon yasim lecha shalom. En yehi ratzon yasim lecha shalom. En yehi ratzon.
May God grant you shalom, grant you peace. Ken yehi ratzon. May be seated. We turn to our prayer for healing as we think of the people in our lives in need of physical and spiritual well-being this Shabbat. If you'd like to include someone in this prayer, I invite you to rise in your places and to share the names of the people you're praying for when I come to you. That kol hacholim and all those who are ill, we join together in prayer for healing.
Yisheberach avotenu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Yisheberach imotenu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Turn to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 30. I invite those in mourning or marking a yahrzeit to rise and join me in the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam olamei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha brihu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiran v'yalma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. You may be seated. Shabbat shalom. So there used to be a thing when a synagogue was looking for a rabbi that they would send representatives, members of a search committee. This synagogue's not looking for a rabbi. That's not what this is about, don't worry. They would send members of their search committee out to other synagogues in the area, and they would look to see how the rabbi was speaking, because that's the number one thing rabbis have been judged by in the 20th century, in the early 20th first, is sermons, is speaking. So they would have to go out to different synagogues and see how different rabbis spoke, and then they would try to poach them. It was like the Wild West a long time ago. Well, it's a lot easier to do that now because so many rabbis, so many teachers put their sermons out there on YouTube and other sources, and you can see how people speak. And I find it interesting to actually see some of my colleagues' sermons, to watch them, not only the content of them, but how it is they speak, their mannerisms when they're speaking, what they do to illustrate different points, or the jumps that they make, and all sorts of things. I find it even more interesting when sometimes people around here send me online speeches from ministers or priests, clergy of different faith, who are also giving sermons, who are also giving speeches, and seeing how their style of speaking is totally different than the way that I know how to speak or know how to teach. And sometimes I think, that's really good. I wish I could do that. Sometimes I think, why would anyone do that giving a speech? When you watch other people, you always have those thoughts. Well, it's something that I always think about as I read Parshat Shmot, the Torah portion that we read tomorrow. We begin the book of Exodus, and we begin the story of the slavery in Egypt, eventually the Passover story, the Exodus from Egypt, the beginning of the Jewish people. It's the beginning of our story when we turn from being a people, or being a specific family, made up with individuals who we can count, to a nation, to a people, the children of Israel, eventually us, the Jewish people. But to get there, our ancestors need the leader who's going to guide them. We're introduced to the character who's going to drive forward the story for the rest of the Torah. And that character is, of course, Moses, is Moshe. And tomorrow in the Parshat Shmot, we'll read about his earliest years, being sent out in the Nile River by his mother, being adopted by Pharaoh's daughter and raised in the palace, killing an Egyptian taskmaster, fleeing to Midian when he's in danger, building his family, and eventually standing in front of the burning bush when God sends him back to Egypt and sends him to Pharaoh to say, let my people go, that they may serve me. Now we know when Moses is given this task, does he want to go? Does he want to go? No, he does not want to go. He says, send anyone but me. I don't want this job. It's terrible. He's right about that. It's not an easy job at all. But eventually he goes. But he's pushing back the entire way. And the phrase that I always pick up on, that I always notice when he is objecting to God's plan is, he says to God, Lo ish devarim anochi, gam mitmol, gam mishelshom. Moses said to God, please, O God, I have never been a man of words, either in times past or now that you have spoken to me. I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. This phrase, lo ish dvarim, I am not a man of words. And the rabbis interpreted that and taught a wonderful midrash, a wonderful story that Moshe had a speech impediment. There's a legend about how he gets the speech impediment, how as a baby he sticks a hot coal in his mouth as a way to deflect attention from himself when Pharaoh suspects that he's going to overtake him. It's a great midrash that kids learn in Jewish day schools often. But that phrase, lo ish dvarim anochi, I am not a man of words, is significant because by the end of the Torah, Moses is focusing specifically on Devarim, on words. In fact, the name of the final book of the Torah is Devarim, is words. And it's a whole book of Moses' farewell speeches, his final words, his final teachings to the Jewish people after leading them for 40 years. So over the course of the 40 years that the Torah takes, Moses goes from being somebody who thinks he has no words to say, he doesn't know what to say, and he doesn't know how to say it, to a person who can stand in front of 600,000 people on the banks of the Jordan River about to enter into Israel, and give some of the most beautiful religious discourses in history, lessons that have stood up to today, lessons that are the basis of our faith, of our religious practice. So Moses, or the Torah, is the story of Moses' transformation into this man of words, the man who's able to inspire with his words and with his actions. And that's something that I always take to heart, and I notice that because I never particularly thought of myself as someone who was a good speaker. I don't know if I am. You can tell me later. But I always like that particular story, looking at where Moses starts and looking at where he finishes, because it's a reminder that you don't have to think that you're particularly good at something, but sometimes when you're pushed to do it over and over again, to challenge yourself, each time you get up there, you become a master of what it is. You become good at what it is that you are challenging to do. The story of the Torah is not only about the Jewish people growing, but it's about Moses growing into himself, a story that starts in Parshat Shemot tomorrow. Shabbat Shalom. Turn to the Mariv, to the evening service, page 39. Please rise for the Baruch Hu. Be seated. Blessed are you, Lord our God, creator of the universe, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from before the light.
Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבי.
Amen. Page 40.
אהבת עולם את ישראל עמך, אהבת תורה מצוות ומשפטים. יהי חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך תשים ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
42.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang this song to you, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, top of page 44.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם, משה ומרים ובני ישראל לחנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם. Let's join together. מי כמוך, who is like you? מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע הים לפני משה, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות, נורא תהילות, אוסף אלה. ונאמר, כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גל ישראל.
Amen. Allow us, Lord our God, to sleep peacefully, awaken us again to life. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow, and remove the evil forces that surround us. Blessed are you who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Page 45. Snow, together with Aliyah Stanton, leads us in Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu, Adonai, watch over me. And when the morning comes, we thank Adonai and pray for peace. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'habitenu malkeinu leHaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'habitenu malkeinu leHaim.
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו וכל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Amen. Page 46, please rise.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
ועלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. עגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי.
יתברך.
יתברך וישבח ויפאר בתרומה ויתנשא, יתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי קודשה בריחו לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בימה ואמרו אמן.
We spend the next few moments in silent prayer with the words of the Amidah, beginning on page 47.
So today is the secular anniversary, not the Hebrew Yahrzeit, but the secular anniversary of the passing of Jewish performer, composer, and musician extraordinaire Debbie Friedman. If you know Misha Berach, Prayer for Healing that we sing together, or Micha Mocha Ba'ili Madonai, you know her songs. She was such a trailblazer for Jewish music, very controversial in her time. It seems to always happen that way. Mozart was also very controversial in his time. But Debbie, I remember as a child going to Hebrew school and learning, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your might. Has anyone ever heard that? Yeah, and this was the first time I thought, oh my gosh, wow, I can't believe someone composed the English to the Ve'ahavta. That is like wild, and it touched my soul in a very deep way. And when I lived in New York, I did get to meet her a couple times and have some conversations with her, but I think the biggest impression she made on me was that some of my friends were in a class with her, and she encouraged everybody to write Jewish music. Pick a prayer that speaks to your soul and write a melody to it. So even us non-composers took our hand at that, and I remember writing a couple Jewish prayers, and I really think it was an invitation that anybody can really create a new beautiful melody. So she really changed the world of Jewish music. This is Lichilach, and the message of Lichilach is to go on your path. And Debbie Friedman, most certainly, her path in life was to expand the world of Jewish music and to touch souls throughout the world. Lichilach, to a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Lichilach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lichilach, Lichilach, and I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lichilach, to the place that I will show you. Lisimchat chayim, lisimchat chayim, and you shall be a blessing. Lichilach. May her memory always be for a blessing.
Continue with Kaddish Shalem, page 54. I want to call Snow back up to the bima as we get ready for Kiddush and invite all the kids to come forward and join me in the front here for Kiddush, page 54, Kaddish Shalem. Please rise.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ויעמד יברח חירותי וימנח בחיי חנו וימחנו בית כל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמין, יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישבח ויברח ותרומה וינשא, ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי לקודשה בריך. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. תתקבל צאתנו ועצון זוכו ישראל קדם, אבוהנו וישמעי ואמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרב ומן שמעי וחבלנו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. אמן.
Page 55, Snow leads us in the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, V'Shabbat kocho be'ahava. Uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lama'aseh v'rieshi. Ki hu yom tehila
Lemikrai kodesh zecher litziad Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta be'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim b'shabbat kodesh Be'ahava uvratzon.
hinhiltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat.
Amen.
In L'chaim. Continue page 56 with Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל ההמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים מיוסר הארץ ומושבים קרוב בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגבי מרומים הוא אלוהינו בעינות אין למגינו אפס ולדו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום בהשיבותה אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת עיניו. הכתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
May be seated. We turn to page 58. This week we observe the Yortzites of Barbara Goldstein, Bessie Stein, Ethel Firestone, Eva Kesselman, Frida Hartman, Herman Rosenstein, I.E. Pittle, Janice Greenfield, Jean Weiss, Lorraine Guggenheim, Merwin Rosen, Peter Glassman, Stanley Susskind, Charlotte Mackey, Dorothy Herman, Leon Rose, Louis London, Norman Melman, Sam Krinsky, Sidel Brin, Charles Scaglione, Claire Shear, David Levine, Dr. Ray Tannenbaum, Harry Coleman, Lillian Waldinger, Marvin Nevid, Murray Fandal, Sam Schwartz, Doris Bierman, Elaine Chaffetz, Harry Becker, Jean Bass, Larry Marcus, Samuel Mayer, Yetta Karp, Annie Gorelick, Cecile Berkowitz, Dave Sanderson, Dorothy Rosenberg, Eileen Kaplan, Lillian Human, Max Myers, Shirley Polsky-Berger, Susan Brophy, Teresa Davis Green, Anna Rosendorn, Charles Barnes, Dennis Lappin, Dr. Emil Solomon, Kenneth Gross, Lawrence Reeves, Rose Frushtick, Sarah Silverstein-Sherry, Sybil Weingart, Alvin Leventhal, Anna Kais, Barry Friedman, Dora Rose Harris, Greta Cantor, Israel Gorelick, Israel Schwartz, Lee Roach, Philip Bernstein, Roberta Monosoff, Anna Pincus, C.L. Tilley, Edward Daniel Rose, Fagel Lusky, Greta Lappin, Gertrude Matthews, Hannah Schlesinger-Hockfield, Lillian Hagen, Martha Rusko, Michelle Barrer, Robert Leader, Sarah Darholt. We also mark the recent losses, those who are currently in Shloshim. We mark the recent passings of Lois Ruth Lasky, Barbara Levin, Lloyd Scher, Jack Balakursky, and Sam Levy. May their memories be for a blessing. Page 58, I invite those in mourning or marking a yahrzeit to rise and join me in the words of the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divera kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala uvizman kariv yimru amen, yehi shemei rabbah mevorach leolam olameo maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran v'yalma v'imru, amen, yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru, amen, oseh shalom b'mromav, u'yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, Amen. May be seated. Representing the Temple Israel Board of Trustees, I call on Dana Goldfarb.
I'd like to start off with a hearty congratulations and welcome to the Hallowell family, Matthew and Yulia, on their daughter, Snow's pending bat mitzvah tomorrow. And Snow, wonderful job tonight. We're looking forward to celebrating with you tomorrow morning. I have a number of announcements tonight. Mark your calendars accordingly. 2 listening sessions with Rabbi Walker coming up on January 14th at 10 a.m. and the 15th at 6 p.m. These small, informal gatherings are a chance to talk with our rabbi about your experiences at Temple Israel. The weekly Torah study with Rabbi Walk will resume on Thursday, January 15th at 10 a.m. We look forward to welcoming everyone back for an engaging learning discussion. On Thursday, January 15th at 1 p.m., Still will present the Yiddish film Greenfields, starring Helen Beverly. We're pleased to welcome her daughter, actress Julie Cobb, for this special program. Join us this Sunday for the Purim Spiel kickoff as we launch this year's theme, K-pop Haman Fighters. Come to learn more and get involved, and mark your calendars for our Purim Spiel and celebration on March 2nd at 6 p.m. On January 22nd at 5 p.m., the Jewish Federation of Greater Charlotte will hold their annual super event at Temple Israel, marking the kickoff of its annual campaign. The evening will feature Academy Award-winning actress and activist Marlee Matlin. And on Sunday, January 25th at 10 a.m., the Temple Israel Men's Club, in conjunction with Temple Bethel Brotherhood, are pleased to offer a tasty brunch with Sam Farber, the radio play-by-play voice for the Charlotte Hornets. For those of you who are sports enthusiasts, this could prove an interesting morning indeed. For more information on these events, please visit our website. And a couple thank yous. Thank you to our new Shavua Circle leaders for stepping forward to help lead this exciting new engagement initiative. And thank you to the Hallowell family for generously sponsoring this week's Kiddush in honor of Snow's bat mitzvah. We celebrate this special milestone with your family and appreciate your support of our community.
Thank you, Dana. You forgot to mention, for those of you who are Panthers fans, good luck tomorrow. There we go.
Thank you for mentioning. I just want to say about the spiel. On Sunday, it is our kickoff. So this is anyone, please come, who wants to sing, dance, act in the spiel. We'll have a great time. You can come on Sunday. But I'm thinking if you also just wanted to come to watch the movie, to see what's the big deal with this, you're welcome to join. We're going to be watching the movie before we sing through the script. So of course, if you're not in the spiel, you can't sing through the script. But if you just want to see K-pop demon fighters,
K-pop demon hunters.
Hunters. Wait,
Yes.
so it's K-pop demon hunters is the movie,
Yes.
but our spiel is called K-pop
Haman
Haman Fighters.
Oh, I thought it was hunters.
I know.
Okay.
It's Haman Fighters. I also was very confused. So if you see editing issues in the Kol Yisrael, But anyway, so if you want to watch the movie, 3:30 on Sunday.
I almost never know what these things are about. I am the least informed, but I actually saw this movie because my kids, yes, we had a movie night with the kids who made me watch it. But the spiel will be awesome.
Oh,
So
always?
I'm going to make a...
Rabbi's
I
always in it.
have a showing. But yes, Purim is going to be awesome. Purim is March 2nd. The spiel, the Megillah reading, the party. Purim is a fantastically fun holiday. Last year, our Purim celebration was incredible. This year, it's going to be even better. Join us to celebrate Purim. We are super excited about the whole holiday. Turn back to page 5. At the bottom of the page, we conclude Kabbalat Shabbat with the words of Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Ay, 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 Boachem L'Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, 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 Tzidchem L'Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Mazel Tov.